Okay, this is part 3 of the StarTropics speedrun guide. We will go straight into it, go to chapter 3. Chapter 3 is by far one of the longest and hardest chapters in the game. I have a lot of dungeons that we have to go through, and they're not particularly easy dungeons either. There's a lot of randomness to them and things that do a lot of damage to you. Alright, so we're going to buffer through all the text. You know, holding down A right here, it'll automatically do it. Great. We don't have to go inside of this hut, it's useless to us. Alright, so we got new enemies in here with dodo birds. They are somewhat random. You can kind of force them towards you if you're in their line of sight, but they don't always go towards you. That was a fairly good pattern. Usually I want to kill this left one first, or this top one on the left, depending on how they come at me. Sometimes they'll go off in totally different directions that you don't want them to. It depends on the particular day. This next room has 2 more dodos. We want to go for the left one first, and then hope that the right one goes up to the top. If it does, that saves time. If it doesn't, then we lose time. So, yep, that's good. That's actually very good. That's actually one of the best things I've had. I'll take that heart. Hearts are always a good thing to get. These next 2 rooms have one of the most random enemies in the game. They're these flying monkeys. They jump around a lot, and their movement is very, very random. So what you're going to want to try and do is trap them in a corner, because that forces them to only go one of 2 directions. In which case you should be able to hit them. But over time, you'll just get used to trying to predict which directions they go in the first place. Okay, that was actually fairly good on this one. The next one's worse, though, because there's a lot more of them. Alright, that's unfortunate, but that's okay. I usually don't get that extra heart pickup anyway, so it's fine. Okay, so this next room, just hold A and to the left, and you'll automatically do that jump, and then buffer your way across. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go jump over, and then we're going to kill that snake 2 hits, and then we're going to go up and grab the bolas, and then jump, and while in mid-air, we are going to turn left and attempt to hit the left snake. And then after that, we hit select, switch to the bolas, and then kill the snakes after that. Just like that. So that's the fastest way to get through it. If you don't feel comfortable trying to do the select in the mid-air while doing that, you can just, or rather doing the yo-yo and then trying to swap to select, just go ahead and swap to the bolas. It'll waste, you know, a few frames, but it's not a huge deal. Here we need to wait. You can get these hearts if you need to. I suggest getting them. There's 2 of them here on this level. I suggest getting them for a beginner, just in case. Here we need to go to the left to kill the dodos first. Again, because of the randomness, that kind of affected what happened there. That was actually a pretty unusual pattern. But generally, you'll want to go in, and you'll have the bolas equipped. You'll hit these 2, and oftentimes the one that's here on the left will come towards you, and you can kill it right away as well. After that, you want to go to this spot right here to kill the first bonehead. It takes 5 hits with the yo-yo, and the yo-yo is always faster. The yo-yo is much faster than pretty much any weapon in the game when it comes to a direct hit. So you want to buffer all 5 hits on that, and as soon as you do that, the other one should be jumping across at that point, and you should be able to just jump down and catch him on this one. Makes it very simple. So for this next room, I'm going to go in, and I'm going to go in 2 spaces from where I land. Then I'm going to jump up. 1, 2. And just hit the switch. And that's the end of that level. Alright, I'll throw Miracola in with this one as well. So we need to talk to the greeter here. This village, we have to talk to almost every single person in. Have to talk to the old lady, have to talk to this kid. And the reason that we have to talk to is that it is a trigger for some of the dialogue in the game. It doesn't let you actually progress until you've actually talked to so many people. They actually get to know you. Okay, so this girl right here is an example of where you need to hold right while talking to her, because that automatically puts you on Mira, which is her. She wants to know, you know, who looks prettier, her, Mira, or Coral on the previous island. So you have to tell her that she's prettier, otherwise it doesn't count for the dialogue. We can skip that guy in there. All he does is refill health. If you'd like to do that, you can do so, but it wastes time, of course. Refilling health is very slow. But since I talked to that guy there, this guy will let me in here. I don't need to talk to the assistant, I just have to talk to the chief himself. And now we have to go and talk to Bennett, his daughter, who is sick. Or rather asleep, and is kind of in a deep slumber and can't be woken from it. And so here's the easy way to figure out where to go. You know, you might be thinking, well, which one of these, how do I tell? It's the same as where this doorway is. So I just walk over to where this is, hold down, and we're in. It's really easy. Talk to this guy. We do not need to talk to the maid. Just have to talk to Bennett in bed, who is asleep, of course. And exit. Now we need to go over to the right. And this guy will let us exit. He will not let you exit until you actually talk to Bennett. Alright, I'm going to stop this one here, and I'll start it up on the next one for this dungeon.